Hey everybody, how is everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing great. Getting past this holiday season as well as a happy new year to everybody. And I'm back. I'm back doing a bunch of cool stuff. Hopefully I make videos in a timely manner this time. Keep promising that I will and I don't. But today we're actually sponsored by somebody. So we're sponsored by Cretbee. I don't know about you guys, but for me at least, Cretbee is a company that I had never heard of before. And they reached out to me, and that's how I found out that they existed and wanted me to just test out some of the resin and give you guys my honest opinion on it. This is not going to them beforehand. This is my straight opinion based on what I use resin for. So it's going to be my honest review of it. So they sent me two things. They sent me a bottle of their standard polymer resin as well as their ABS-Like resin 2.0 for me to test out. Super grateful, so thank you to them for being the sponsor of today's video. So let's go ahead and let's talk about it and my experiences with it and everything that's going on with it. So the first thing you're going to run into when trying to get this resin and use it for yourself is going to be the price. So the price for their standard resin on Amazon, it is $16.99. The price for their ABS-like resin is $29.99 on Amazon. Now, the reason I keep saying Amazon is you can also buy it directly from them, but the price is going to vary pretty wildly. I'm not 100% sure as to why this is the case. It could be that it just costs more money to ship it directly from their main warehouse versus getting it from Amazon. Not sure, but on their website, their standard resin is $33.99, and their ABS-like resin is $49.99. And those are their sell prices. They're not their standard prices. Their standard prices are actually much higher. I'll have the website up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So if I recommend anything, I just recommend you guys getting it from Amazon. It's also going to ship to you a lot faster and it's less money. Not 100% sure why this is the case on their website, but if Cretbee, if somebody from Cretbee is watching this video and has a response to that, please leave it down below. I'm sure people would be interested as to know why the price difference. And they also provide settings for you to start from on their website. Now, I want to just disclose this to everybody right now. When a manufacturer provides you settings for their resin, particular exposure time and bottom exposure, in this case for this company, you want to take those and use them as a base point for your testing to find out which one prints at what temperature. For which one prints at what time for you. So if it says it starts at 2, like the standard resin does, or the ABS-like resin does, I can't remember which one of those it is, then that's where you start from, and then you could put that somewhere in the middle, and then overexpose and then underexpose a little bit just to see where you're at based in terms of your printer, your environment, your machines, and how they're going to print for you. They're just a baseline, and in some cases that baseline is super accurate, but that's just a little bit that I wanted to say. So let's move on talking about the resin. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is their standard resin. I have some little miniatures here. I will get you some close-ups on them. Standard resin, no real change from any of your just generic standard resin. It printed exactly the same. It's brittle. A couple of the models that I printed broke. So here's the Master Chief. Oh, he fell. And he probably broke more. But his leg broke off while removing supports. And this guy here, you might think, oh, he's beautiful, he's perfect, nothing's wrong with him. There's actually a broken piece back here. I'll show you guys in a close-up. And it's just your standard resin. It happens. It's brittle. It's much more brittle than your tough resins. That's the idea. But other than that, it printed really well. It wasn't super difficult to get the settings right. Everything printed great. There were a couple of mishaps on my end that have nothing to do with the resin itself. I may have printed some stuff that was supposed to be in this video that were overexposed. So they were overexposed. I thought I dialed in the settings perfectly. The models were printing perfectly with it. Everything was printing perfectly with it. And then I went to a bigger model with a ton of supports, and well, The supports didn't want to come off, and it was a Raincore model by Galactic Armory. All the models that you're going to see here today are by Galactic Armory. And you guys are going to say, hey, you use Galactic Armory a lot. Yeah, they make cool stuff. But yeah, no, yeah, that was on me. And then my M7, which was what was printing the standard resin, needs a new screen. So I had a lot of failures, and I wasn't sure why until I went in and tested the screen, and the screen's kind of it's a little wonky. But that was not the resin's fault. That was not. It was my fault. I didn't check the LCD. But anyways, it wasn't the resin's fault. The resin, honestly, everything that it did print properly on the M7 printed great. The miniatures printed fine. Everything that I would normally use it for printed exactly how standard resin has printed for me in the past with other various different types of companies. If you want to pay the $16.99 for their resin, then I mean, by all means, I feel like most resins, standard resins, are around that price anyways. So let's move on to the stuff that did impress me. The stuff that I was like, oh wow, I really like this. And that is their ABS-Like resin, their their 2 Pro or whatever it is that they call it. That stuff was, one, it was impressive for me because of the amount of flex that I had in some of my models. So it did impress me. I was playing with this and just kept going ding ding ding, and eventually the piece fell off. But I've dropped them. They've survived. The Master Chief here supports came off, and he is complete. Nothing broke off on him, and it's great for models. I mean, all resin, in all honesty, in most cases, the resin that we buy is going to be pretty fragile. The resin that I compared it to was Elegoo's ABS-Like 3.0 that I have a ton of, which actually this one broke in the same fashion as the one that I printed with Cretbee's resin. So it impressed me mainly because how strong that piece actually was. Up until I broke it, literally as I'm filming this video, here it is. As I'm filming this video, I went bloop, and it just went pop, and I was like, oh, well, that's a terrible talking point now. Cretbee, the resin impressed me. There is no loss. It impressed me. There's no loss in quality. Here is a bust that I printed. Again, from Galactic Armory of Doom Guy here. From Doom the Dark Ages, I believe is the. I don't play Doom, sorry. I just thought it looked really cool. And there's detail. I'll try to zoom in as best as I can, but there is lots of detail and like scratches and stuff like that. And I originally thought with this resin that it's a company that I didn't know. It's a company that I wasn't aware of, that maybe their resin quality in terms of prints weren't going to be as up there as, say, like, you know, some of the other brands that have great quality, you know, works great, and you get all the details and it looks amazing. And this resin did that. So it's not perfect, but it is better than a lot of the other resins that I've used. Support removal was super easy. I don't have any footage of that, and I do apologize. I was so excited to get a testing on it that I completely forgot to record me taking supports off of everything. But I think it's good. If you're working on a lot of miniatures and they're falling and shattering, or if they're falling and breaking a little bit, maybe give this a shot and see how it works for you. It works for me. They fall off my table. Granted, this is carpet in here, and they've been perfectly fine. I haven't dropped them on hardwood or on concrete or anything like that. But I do see myself actually buying some more of that resin. It did impress me. It is a little expensive, but it is worth it. For me, at least in the long run. I do recommend it for myself. I am going to probably keep using it. Cretbee, thanks for letting me play with this stuff, print a bunch of cool stuff with it, and just test it to see how it works. I did enjoy it. If you want to give it a shot, I'm going to put links down below. They're not affiliate links. I don't have any at the moment, but once I do, I will update those links to be affiliate links. So I'll put those down below for you guys to click on and go test this out. Please do go test this out. Get some if you want. And let me know what results you find. I'm definitely going to go in and buy myself another bottle or two here at some point and print some more stuff, and then maybe make another video on dropping them on hardwood floors versus some of my other ABS-like material. So standard resin is your standard resin. It's brittle, it's gonna break, it's gonna chip, it's not designed for miniatures. Your ABS-like resin from Cretbee was very impressive, and then I broke it. Sorry. But yeah, it was great. It was easy to remove supports, and I know that has a lot to do with the settings versus the actual resin. But yeah, super easy, very minimal damage to the model when breaking things off, like the supports. It did honestly impress me for a company I've never heard of before. They're sending me free stuff to try, and I try it, and I actually do genuinely like it. That was, you know, impressive for me. But yeah, now you guys know about them. Go out there, test it. Let me know what you think. Maybe you're like, hey, he's full of it, and this stuff sucks. Like, just leave a comment down below. Let me know your experiences with it. If you had trouble printing with it, anything like that, put it down below. I'm sure somebody will find it useful. If you're like, hey, don't do this or do that. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Move to this video instead. You know, just the regular stuff. I am glad to be back and doing more videos. I have a lot of projects on the books. And if you stuck around all the way to the end, I appreciate you. You're awesome. Give me some feedback on this video. This is the first video that I do without the intro at the beginning. I'm just trying it out, seeing how it goes. And yeah, let me know what you think. But I'm still probably going to hit you with that outro. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, everybody.
And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I